I want to switch now to the Middle East. The vice president visited with Iraq, also the Kurds there. This could be called the year of the protest, General. We had protests in Iran, from Chile to Sudan to Lebanon to Venezuela and now Colombia. The president is using sanctions in a powerful way. His sanctions, General, the number he's put in place just about approaches what George W. Bush did in his entire 8 years, General.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. We've never had a president that has been aggressive as he is in sanctioning. He's clearly weaponized it and also had some remarkable success. I mean, what you're mentioning that's taken place in the Middle East is really quite extraordinary. I mean, the Iranians have had over 100 cities where people have been protesting by the hundreds of thousands for a week. It's unheard of to have that scale of demonstration, all due to the economy squeezing them and affecting their quality of life. And then, interesting enough, two Iranian-backed regimes, one in Lebanon where there's significant protests because the people are fed up with the corruption and ineffectiveness of the Iranian-backed Lebanon government, and the same thing in Iraq. They're actually demonstrating against the Iraqi Shias, are demonstrating against the Iranians.
Wow,
in
that's
Iraq.
Interesting.
Hundreds of thousands of them doing it. So what has happened is Iran's power play in the Middle East, where they have used control and influence to dominate it, have never produced anything better for the people. It's starting to backfire on them. I've never seen them in such a desperate situation as they are right now.
Yeah, their economy is contracting. You know, the stakes couldn't be higher. It's some of the worst unrest since the 1979 revolution. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu accusing Iran of planning attacks on Israel. But meantime, Iran is saying to the U.S., Israel, and Saudi Arabia, you cross our red lines, quote, we will destroy you. Your reaction to that?
Well, that's largely rhetoric on the part of the Iranians, but I do think a number of things will play out here. Yes, the pressure is most significant on them, and as a result of it, I think they're making some lousy choices. I do believe they will execute their playbook, and that is they'll likely conduct another military operation to attempt to disrupt Middle East flow of oil again, to undermine the world economy, and as such, have the international community put pressure on the United States to reduce or remove the sanctions. That has failed in the past miserably, but I do think they will attempt to do that. Also, Liz, the 14,000 troops, additional troops we have put in the Middle East in the last 6 months or so has deterred Iran from attacking U.S. troops, but it doesn't mean that they would not do so in the future.
Wow.
So
okay.
I do think Iran is going to have a hand to play here before they ever go back to the negotiating table.
General Jack Keane, thank you for your insights and for your service to our country. Good to see you, sir.